Hey everybody, welcome to Chad Robertson's Fly Tying and Fishing. Today we're going to tie up a Shipmans Buzzer. Never tied this one before. I basically just opened up a book and that's what was on the page, so that's what we're going to tie. It's going to be an easy pattern. Looks kind of fun, so let's get to it. We're going to be using some green 6/0 uni for the thread. For the body, we're going to use Rabbitron Dark Olive. For the breathers and the tail, we're going to use white Antron. And for the ribbing, we're going to use a substitute because I don't have the fine pearl Lurex. We're going to use a extra limp Flashaboo and hopefully that'll work. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to start the thread on the hook. So that's what we're going to do here. Loosen that off a little bit. There we go. So I'm just going to do a full hook right to the bend here. Okay, I'm going to clip off the tag. So basically we're going to now run it back, the thread, all the way up. Okay, now we have to get our Antron yarn. We'll probably just cut off what I have here that's loose already. So I'll just put the Antron in the slot there. We're going to cut it off. Now this is going to be a very long piece. And now I'm just going to tie it in here. So then we're just going to do some open wraps to the back of the hook. All the way back. Okay, so now we have that. The Antron's wrapped in. Nice and kind of loose. So what I need to do now is I'm just going to clip off the end here a little bit. The tail. Just so it's not so long. And what we do now, according to the pattern, is we're going to tie in some of the pearl Lurex, which I don't have, like I said. So we're going to use some Flashaboo, and I'm going to grab one strand of it and just clip it off. If I can get one strand of it. There. Alright. So I have the one strand of the holographic Flashaboo. I'm just going to tie it in. Not like that, I'm not. There. So that's in there good. good enough anyways. Actually, you can just fold back the other end, the tag end, and just tie it in a little bit. Then you can clip it in, clip it out, and then just wrap back. There, so that's wrapped in. So now I'm going to take that and put it in my material clip so it's just staying out of the way. Okay, we're going to put some dubbing onto the thread. Now we haven't gone over dubbing yet. It's not as hard as it sounds. Some people are afraid of it. So like I said, we're going to use Ravitron. So this stuff is really old. Actually, I rarely use it for some reason. I like to use seal's fur. I prefer seal fur dubbing more than anything. It's buggier, and I just like it better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a little bit of dubbing wax here. I use Wapsi wax. And I'm just going to put a little wax on the thread. It just helps keep the dubbing on the thread. And I'm going to just grab a little bit of dubbing. You don't need a lot. The saying is less is more with dubbing. And what you want to do is create a little fuzzy rope, so to speak. And that's all you want to do with it. So, and then you just wrap it in, just like you would thread. There, we're just going to wrap that in a little bit, start a little. And we're going to add more as we go. Like I say, you don't need a lot of dubbing. Just a little bit. And if you think you got too much, if you think you have too much, you probably do. Okay. So now the idea is to create, well, we're going to wrap this in first. And then what you do is you get a little bit more of a ball of the dubbing. So we're going to wrap the Flashabou forward. Try to keep it as evenly spaced as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect. And we'll just catch it in. Now that it's caught in, we're going to tie it off. And I'm just going to tie it in a little bit better, just like that. And now what we want to do is we want to create a bit of a ball. That's of dubbing. That's right about here. It starts about here, right to the head of the fly. And then what we're going to do is whip finish. Alright, so I'm going to put a little more wax on here. Just a quick little blurb. This might be a bit much. Actually, a little bit more. Just a tiny little bit. Okay, so then what we're going to do, probably just put a couple wraps under here. And then we'll get the whip finisher out. I'm going to add a little more dubbing to that. And this Antron, sorry, the Rabbitron, it actually dubs on quite nicely. Don't really need the wax. Alright, that's perfect. That's just what I want right there. Okay, so now, if I had my half hitch tool, I'd probably just use that instead. Alright. Clip that off. Now we're going to see how much I want there. I'm going to clip off this a little bit. Now we can just brush it out a little bit. The dubbing, you want to just kind of fluff it out a little, just to make it look nice and buggy. A lot of people use Velcro. I just use, actually it's an electric razor brush. There. And that's all there is to it. That is a Shipmans Buzzer. That's a pretty easy fly. And it looks pretty buggy. And what it's designed to do, it's actually designed just to sit in the top, the surface film, to look like it's a hatching midge or something to that effect. And so it just sits in the water. So yeah, there it is, the Shipmans Buzzer. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a simple tie, and I'm going to give it a shot hopefully this weekend. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping to get out on the water Saturday. Okay everybody, keep on tying. We'll talk to you later.